This is preparation video for Beethoven Minuet in G. The violas do this in the same key. It's in unison with the violins. So that means we get to shift, and that means we get some treble clef in here. There are some shifting exercises in this book. You can play Twinkle in third position. I think in the back of the book, there's something about playing Long, Long Ago in third position. And then there's some etude exercises on page 20 to practice shifting into third position. You really want to do some shifting into third position before you start this piece. This piece is in the key of G, 1 sharp. It's been, so think about your G major finger patterns, half steps between F sharp and G and between B and C. This one's a little bit more challenging to learn because of the treble clef. We're also going to do harmonic on the A. So if you don't remember from Musette, the harmonic is, we're halfway, it's literally if you divide the string in half between the bridge and the nut, that's going to be the harmonic A's, and we just barely touch the string. No weight, just touch it. You may have to experiment with your bow speed to find how to get that. What ideally in this piece is we just reach. So for me, there's my G 4th finger, there's my harmonic A. I gotta pop up that. Some people end up bending forward. You can avoid doing that. I would recommend it because it's really easy to get out of position, and then it's like, where's that third position? If you have to do that, then you're going to want to practice finding that third position coming from here back. Like I say, for me, I prefer to keep my hand there and just, because then when I stand out my finger, it's in the right place. But you want to do that practice with finding being able to play in third position. Perpetual motion, we did it off the low 1. Put your first finger where third finger normally goes. You can check with the open G, G, G. So you can do that. For treble clef, I recommend just getting a beginning, either the I Can Read Music for violin book 1 or a first year orchestra book, and just start especially with the stuff on the A and the E string. Occasionally you have to read treble clef lower than that, but the bulk of what you're going to read is the A string and higher on that part of it. I'll talk you through these parts on here for Beethoven Minuet because they are challenging with that. This will probably be a long video. We're going to do finger accents. Means I throw my finger down. That's going to be at the beginning of the piece. We're going to do some half position. So half position means we don't reach back for low 1, we stretch our arm out. So I'm going to stretch my whole arm out for that low 1. Then I've got A sharp. First finger's playing A sharp. Second finger's going to go next to it for B. There's going to be a part in the lower half. We're actually going to do another half step to C. So you want to get comfortable with that. A lot of times your half position would be A sharp or B flat, B, C sharp, and then D sharp or E flat, depending what your notes are. So this is actually on measure 5. We're going to have the, I just go from the open A. I go from the, and then I go to the, just right to the 2. I don't do a 1-1 slide. I just start on 2. That was not the best intonation, but it gives you the idea. Then on the A, I have to make sure I come back to first position. So you want to make sure you do that. You also at the beginning want to make sure you've got B, C, we'll do this again in the how to play video, but we start with C natural. Then we have to go to C sharp. So we pivot. Put that 3 down, pop it, and move it. Okay, the third line. That big 3 with a circle around it. We've got treble clef here. So I also recommend that you really learn where's the E string, where's the A string, where's the D string, and where's the G string, but especially the D, A, and E for treble clef. We start on a D. So that's our A string, 3rd position. First finger, that D there. We go up to the 4th, the perfect 4th. G to F sharp is a half step. Now I extend up. I've got to pop up 1 or the harmonic doesn't sound. Come back to the G. Then I do a 4, 3, 2, 1 half step between 3 and 4. Come back to first position, low 2 C. 4th finger E. Back to C. First finger at B. So we've got the in 3rd position, I do rest my hand against the viola. It helps make things better. You want to make sure your thumb comes up with you. And then comes back with you. As you go up, remember from the shifting, your arm comes underneath. So I think there's a video out on the website that does some shifting stuff. You should look at that video as well. It does the shifting exercise where we do all 8 positions. And it's the same. You want to remember to have your loose shoulder, make sure your elbow comes around for that. Then at 13, I do a different fingering. I still do the 2, 1, 2, 1. Then you've got to choose. Do I want to do a 1 from the A sharp to the B? And then the 2 for C, or do I want to do a 2, 2? Your choice. And I've got a low 2 and a high 3. So you've got 1.5 steps there. So you want to make sure you've got that finger pattern. I guess it would be, you can do either, it's a couple different ways. You could do B, C, D sharp, E. You could do B flat, C, D sharp. You could do that also on the G string, or the D string and the G as well. In our trio section, we've got some smooths and some chop chops. Similar to what we did long ago in book 2, but there are different numbers in the bows, different number of notes in the bows. Measure 22. I don't do the fingering in the book. I do half position there. My fingering in measure 22 is 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, open. It's all half steps. So that's a really weird feeling to put 3 fingers together in a half step. So I've got 2 on B, 1 on A sharp, back to the 2 on the B, 3 touches 2 for C, back to the 2, open, and I have to make sure I shift out of it. So I literally shift back, shift back. You want to practice that measure 23 till it's fluid. Then measure 30 and 31, and we're going to do 32 as well. But 30, we're going to shift. Then I've got to shift up. I'm on the D string, first finger, 3rd position. 2 whole steps at B. Whole step from G to A, whole step from G to B. That was too high. And my 4 is going to go next to it, but on the A string. So on my shift, I slide up on one and then move it over. Actually move it over as I'm sliding, but you get the idea. Then I've got a 2-4, E to G. Then I come back to first position. That was not well in tune. Now on the next measure, measure 31, I've got a low 2 to a high 2. So I use the stop and the bow to move. Stop, move the finger, move the bow. Stop the bow, move the finger, move the bow. That is the preparations for Minuet in G. Really work on the preparations, have them solid before you try the piece. See you in the next video about the piece.